Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth from MB Gray Designs. Welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in the Frosted Christmas Elegant Decor collab. This is hosted by Michelle from Moxie DIY and Java, co-hosted with DIY from House to Home, which is Ellie, and Favi from Arrows DIY. We are joined today from Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, as well as Daniela from DD's Art Workshop, and of course myself. And so we are bringing you some frosted Christmas DIYs. All right, so this first DIY, I got these two bells last year from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to deconstruct them here and pull off the the stuff on the top just to have the straight up bell. And then what I'm going to do is I want to do that faux galvanized look. Wow, that's a big mouthful. And so I'm going to use elephant, and I'm going to paint the base of these and the inside. I paint the inside as well with elephant, and I believe I did do 2 coats just because it is, you can see, a little bit of the gold. Kind of did a light coat and then another light coat. After that, this is how I do it. There's many ways to do this, but I typically then use steel as my second gray color. So a darker gray and a lighter gray is what you want to do. And then I also use black, and you basically are going to sponge the steel on or dap it on with a paintbrush, however you want to do that. And then you're going to do it with black, and then you're going to bring elephant back in, and then steel, and then I go back and forth between those 3 colors to get this amazing look, which it's fascinating to me that you can make something plastic or whatever look like it's galvanized. So that is what I'm doing with both of these bells. And after that, so right now I'm using the steel, okay? But again, it can be a dark gray, a light gray, and then a black. There are times where I've put a little bit of white also. So you just play around with the colors. I will say this, I do prefer to use the Dollar Tree sponges, like little kitchen sponges. I cut them up into 4 pieces versus the makeup sponge. And I think it might be because I like the texture of the sponge better, and I couldn't find them, so I use these, but anything will work. All right, so there they are. I am going to seal them with some Mod Podge because, again, this is just paint on plastic. You could easily scratch it right off, so you want to seal it just to protect it. So I do that. And then, oh, by the way, I didn't mention, or did I mention, I do the inside as well of the bell. Now I paint the entire inside with elephant, but I only do the faux technique, galvanized technique, maybe like a third of the way up. You're really not going to see it. All right, so we are starting with 1/3 of a jute rope from Dollar Tree. I split it into 3 sections. This is going to change, however, and I wanted to keep this in here because I kind of wanted you to see what it feels like with this twine or rope. It's very rustic, and it's very beautiful, I think. We are going to change it, though, in this DIY because this is the Elegant and Frosted Christmas collab, all right? However, you could use whatever you want. You could use some beautiful buffalo check ribbon, whatever floats your boat, right? So right now, I'm using these really beautiful frosted picks, and I've had these for years, actually. These are picks that I put in my Christmas tree because my Christmas tree is just full of all different kinds of picks. And this year I've been deciding to use them in my DIY. So now I got to get new picks for my Christmas tree. But anyways, I think they're really pretty. And so I'm just going through and, I add some about, again, 1/3, 1/4 of the way around. And then I'll go underneath just to make it a little bit fuller. Here is where, first I'm going to glue down this twine or rope for, extra stability, and then I'm going to cut it off anyway. But I didn't know at the time. So we are going to switch to a white satin ribbon, which is really pretty. But this way, at least you can kind of see the look both ways, to give you an idea. But we are not done. Let me tell you, this is a pretty long project. So a lot involved, I should say. So we're going to do your best to tie on this satin ribbon. So basically, tie it onto the first bell and measure up maybe, I don't know, a foot or so, whatever you feel looks good, because I want these to stagger. Okay, when we hang them, they're going to stagger. So then you just tie a knot on either side on each of the bells, and I used a little hot glue for extra security there, and quite a bit of extra glue for extra. I think I double knotted and I wanted to put some more glue in there. After we're done with this, we are going to take more satin ribbon, and the bell that's not the bottom bell, the one higher up, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but you'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to add more ribbon, like another long tail. So I still have this attached to the roll. I'm pulling this ribbon through. This is where it gets a little difficult because I had already hot glued so much with the rope and everything, but it worked. Okay, pull that through the top of the bell. And you want a long tail, a long one, because what we're going to do is we're going to build a swag on top of this. Okay, so you want enough room for your swag as well as your little hanger. So that's why I'd rather have more than not enough, is my whole point. Now, we're going to tie it on there again and, you know, do the hot glue and all that. And then we're going to start working on the swag. Now, I will say this. Here's a mistake, and I really want you to not do this because it would make your life a lot easier. When you make the swag, I attached the greenery, the first part of the greenery, to this ribbon, and then I built the swag. However, if I did this again, I would build the swag completely not attached to these bells and ribbon and then attach it afterwards, because let me tell you, the bells kept getting in my way. It just would have been a lot easier. So with the swag, we're going to take these. I believe this was a garland. I want to say it was from either Walmart or Dollar Tree. And I cut 4 long strips, and I'm just going to zip tie those together, and I zip tie them to the satin ribbon. Again, I wouldn't do that right away. And then you're going to see me pull out different picks, and I'm just going to start building up this swag. So instead of me trying to explain all the different picks and everything, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mess around a lot with different things. It's just whatever you like. So hopefully this gives you inspiration. I'll let you sit back and watch this part, and I'll be back in a little bit.
Whom the choirs of angels praise, Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while our hearts in love we raise. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him, Lord.
Okay, so I was showing you some of the picks I'm going to be using. I wanted to mention the picks from Michael's, those red berries and that white, I don't know, they look like little snowballs or whatever. Anything I show you from Michael's like that, they were 50% off. So for example, a pick of the red little berries there was $1.99 originally, so I got it for $1. I just wanted to let you know. So believe me, I don't ever pay full price for anything. The other thing I wanted to mention is, as you saw, I dry brushed on, painted on white on the garland. And to me, even if this wasn't a frosted collab, I'd be doing that because I think it just really elevates it. It just, makes it look a lot better, in my opinion. You wouldn't have to, but so I am so sorry. Excuse me. So I, just painted on white front, inside, and the back of the swag garland piece. The weird pick there, the frosted pick, the lighter green one, I have had that for so long. I'm sorry. I do not know where I got that. But it was just in my stash. And then also there's, if you see kind of to the top right, it almost looks like eucalyptus with snow on it. I've also had that for a really long time. So again, I apologize. I'm not exactly sure where I got it, but it was probably either Michael's or Hobby Lobby, if I had to guess, a long time ago. All right. So if you are new or coming over from the playlist, welcome. My name is Mary Beth. I really enjoy doing all different types of DIYs. I love farmhouse, rustic, a little bit of boho. I like shabby chic. I like to dabble in everything, all on a budget. So if that is something that you are interested, I invite you and would be honored if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you are an existing subscriber, you already know I am so grateful for you. So thank you for always coming back, and thank you for your support. It just means the world to me. So thank you for being here. And if you don't mind, if everyone could go ahead and give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. It really does help my channel. It helps in the crazy YouTube algorithm, maybe. I don't know how that thing works. It might pop up on somebody's feed that is like-minded and likes these type of videos. So I do appreciate that. All right. So as you can see, I'm just building, poking, just adding different things. When I first hot glued those red berry picks down, and then I put a little bit of painter shape, you're not going to see any of that, obviously, but we will do another cable tie on that as well. So I'm adding, I think this is the last quote unquote little pick embellishment that I add to the swag. And then we're going to be working on some bells that we're going to put inside the bells.
For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be.
Okay, so these little bells, again, I apologize. I don't know where I got them. It might have been from Dollar Tree. They're silver, but I went ahead and just did the same exact galvanized technique on them. And I'm just using this cotton string twine from Dollar Tree. I think it might be in the automotive section. I can't remember. Look, it's getting all caught up, stuck on the swag. I'm telling you, do the swag separate. But anyways, I'm trying to get it up in there. I'm just going to tie them in. I wish I would have tied them a little bit lower, because by the time I tied them, you can, anyway. But they jingle if your bell moves, so I guess that's a good thing. Anyway, so I thought that was a cute little addition. And then I did make a bow. However, I made it off camera. I'm just not comfortable doing these bigger bows on camera because I'm really not that good at it. So I apologize for that. Oh, but first, here's what we're doing. I want to put some oh my gosh, I'm a mess. The only Epsom salt I had is this Dr. Scholl's lavender. So this project does smell good. I mean, I'd rather have it smell like cinnamon and Christmassy, but okay. So that's why I use that. I use it in the next project too. because I was too lazy to go get a bag of Epsom salt from Dollar Tree. So there you go. Anyway, here's the bow. And I do think it turned out pretty, but I got to tell you something. You don't even, I'm like a crazy woman trying to make these bows. I'm all over the place. It's ridiculous. I'm not very good at it. So I am practicing. And when I feel good enough about it and confident enough about it, I will show you how I do it. But I watch a gazillion tutorials. There's tons of great tutorials out there on YouTube. So anyway, so I use this beautiful plaid ribbon and then this white, I don't know, shimmery white striped see-through ribbon, both of which I had in my stash for quite a while. And there it is. I really hope you like it. It was a fun project, but it did take a while, and probably because I was kind of designing as I went, you know what I mean? But I do think it turned out super pretty, super cute. I really want to know what you guys think. There's my lavender Epsom salt. Woohoo, look at that.
To give it back, so we'll be back on track in winter time. We have a hill to climb, but it seems like no one wants to wait for it.
Okay, so moving on to DIY number 2. I have this is a very quick one. I have this hurricane candle holder thingy from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take some Mod Podge. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm going to go up about 1/3 of the way on the inside of this glass container, and then I'm going to use this is from the Dollar Tree, even though I have it in a Ziploc, but it's the artificial iridescent snow. And then we're going to use our lavender Epsom salt, yes we are, on the very brim of this glass container as well. And then I'm just going to make a simple, I'm going to use the same ribbon that I used in the previous DIY, the plaid one, and I'm going to fold it in half because I want it to be a little bit not as wide. It's going to be 1 inch versus 2 inches, whatever. But I'm just going to wrap that around the vase and put a bow on it. And unfortunately, I did lose a little bit of footage, but I'll explain what I'm doing. So as I mentioned, I'm going to take that ribbon again, and it's a little bit too wide for what I wanted, so that's why I just folded it in half and hot glued it to get the width. That's the word I'm looking for, to get the width that I wanted. And I'm going to wrap it around there, and then I'm going to make a bow out of the same ribbon. Just a simple shoelace bow. It's super easy. And the part that you missed that I lost the footage was me hot gluing the bow on, as well as I took a wooden snowflake from Dollar Tree, just a little wooden snowflake, and I painted it white, and I just hot glued it in the middle of the bow. That's really all you missed. I do apologize for that. But yeah, and then I I couldn't find, well, I found one of my artificial, I would not use a real candle in here. I got artificial snow going on in there and stuff. But so an artificial candle, what are they called? Candles. And it has that weird circle battery that I don't have. And I'm looking all over for all these Anyway, I ended up putting these really pretty twinkle lights in it. And I actually think I might like it better than putting a fake candle in it. I don't know. Again, because I did that snow technique on the inside, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting a real candle in there. So please be cautious with that. All right, so I want to thank Michelle, Favi, and Ellie for inviting me to this very fun collab, and Brenda and Daniela for also participating. I had a lot of fun making this. Please make sure to check out the playlist with all of their videos. You don't want to miss it. Tons of inspiration. And yeah, I really, really do hope that you enjoyed these 2 projects. Sorry I couldn't bring you more. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say I am in fall mode still, okay? So I'm working on a bunch of fall stuff. You're going to see more fall videos. I'll probably be 100% Christmas towards the end of October. So we've got a couple more weeks of as much fall that I can put out that I possibly can. So just wanted to let you know that. All right, here it is. I do think it looks pretty. And if you're interested in those other DIYs next to this one, it's in my 5 under 5 that was posted on October 5th, 5 under 5 DIY challenge. So I'll put an iCard in for it if you want. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty. All right, thank you everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.